In 1398, Timur conquered India, resulting in the death of 1 lakh people. Before that, in 262 BC, the Kinga War occurred in India, claiming 250,000 lives within a year. The bloodiest battle in history, the Battle of Chongping in China, witnessed the tragic loss of over 7 lakh lives. Over the past 5,000 years, approximately 10,60,024 different battles have been fought in human history, and most of these battles had one common objective: to seize as much land as possible. Humans have shown no hesitation in shedding blood, sparing neither children nor the elderly, and have been resorted to the deadliest weapons to achieve their goals. Amidst all this, there exists a piece of land that changes its country peacefully every 6 months without any bloodshed or gunfire. This unique place is not some remote deserted piece of land, but is situated in a populated area of Europe between France and Spain. This island, known as Pheasant Island, intriguingly changes its territorial allegiance twice a year. The Bidasoa River divides France and Spain, with most of its stretch falling within the Spanish territory. However, 15 kilometers before it flows into the Atlantic Ocean, it acts as an international border between the two countries. The Pheasant Island, which is located near the Spanish town of Iron and the French city of Hendaye, has an interesting phenomenon. If you stand there on July 31st, you will be in Spanish territory, but at midnight you will find yourself in France without moving an inch. As of the day I'm making this video, the island is under Spanish control, but by the time this video reaches you, it will be under French control. The island, spanning 6,800 meters, is controlled by Spain from February 1st to July 31st, and by France from August 1st to January 31st. The exchange of territories taking place on Pheasant Island involves a ceremony between the French and Spanish navies. This tradition has been ongoing for 170 years. Pheasant Island is a unique example of a condominium, a territory jointly governed by 2 or more countries. However, unlike other condominiums, Pheasant Island is unique in that it is administered by not only one country at a time, making it the only temporal condominium in the world. This peaceful exchange of borders today, however, has its roots in a bloodied history in the 1600s. Europe was engulfed in a prolonged conflict known as the 30 Years' War, which lasted from 1618 to 1648. It was primarily a religious war, but also had political and economic motivations. Despite the peace treaty, animosity between France and Spain persisted, leading to frequent skirmishes. Eventually, in 1659, the two nations signed another treaty, the Peace of the Pyrenees. After 3 months and 24 conferences held on Pheasant Island to celebrate this agreement, a Spanish princess and French king were married, with the ceremony held on Pheasant Island. Despite the lack of a permanent bridge, a temporary one was constructed for the royal wedding. Since then, Pheasant Island became a symbol of peace and harmony. For both kingdoms, however, the Pyrenees peace agreement did not specify the custody of Pheasant Island. So, for the next 200 years, both France and Spain had equal control over it. In 1856, another agreement was reached specifically regarding Pheasant Island, deciding that the island would be under French control for 6 months and Spanish control for the remaining 6 months. Since then, the island has changed its sovereignty 340 times in the past 170 years. Pheasant Island is a reminder of the past conflicts in Europe, even though the continent is now entirely free. Apart from Pheasant Island, there are 6 other condominiums in the world. Antarctica is owned by 12 countries, with 55 Antarctic research stations. The Abyei area in Sudan is jointly administered by the Republic of South Sudan and the Republic of Sudan. The Briko district is a condominium of Bosnia and Herzegovina and Republic Sitar Bipa. The Gulf of Fauna is claimed by El Salvador, Honduras, and Nicaragua, Colombia, and Jamaica share a part of the Caribbean Sea, overlapping their exclusive economic zones. Lake Constant is governed by Austria, Germany, and Switzerland. The Moselle River, including its bridges and about 15 small islands, is a condominium declared by France, Germany, and Luxembourg.